The best-of-7 battle with the Eastern Division champion Buffalo Bisons, the team with the best record in the American Association, was just around the corner. Excitement was in the air as the 89ers prepared for the first of 3 championship series games to be played against the Bisons at All Sports Stadium. The Bisons had compiled an 87-57 record in winning the Eastern Division for the second consecutive year. Catcher Brian Dorsett, outfielder Al Martin, and third baseman Kevin Young were the mainstays of a team that was clearly the favorite going into the championship series. The first game of the championship series was a high-scoring seesaw affair that proved to be a real nail-biter for the 10,923 fans on hand. Buffalo built up an early 3-0 lead on the strength of an RBI groundout by Scott Bullitt and a fourth-inning 2-run home run by Tom Prince. The 89ers rallied to tie the game at 3-3 in the bottom of the fourth and took their first lead of the game in the fifth inning. Keith Miller, Dan Peltier, and Rob Maurer all reached base. And with 2 out, the table was set for Ray Stevens. The big 3-run homer on Sunday to beat Omaha. He swings here, drives it deep to left field. That ball going. That ball is gone. Ray Stevens clears the bases. That grand slam put the 89ers in front and sent the 89er crowd into a frenzy. Buffalo answered the Stevens home run with a 4-run rally of their own in the 7th, keyed by Brian Dorsett's 3-run home run against 89er Kevin Blankenship. The Bisons would take an 8-7 lead into the bottom of the 9th, but the 89ers had one more rally left in them. Trailing by a run in the 9th, Russ McGinnis, pinch hitting for Jim Weyowander, would tie the game on one swing of the bat. Here's the wind, the 3-1 pitch. McGinnis swings, drives it deep to right field. This ball going. That ball is gone. Russ McGinnis ties the game at 8. Keith Miller followed McGinnis's blast with a double to right. After Dan Peltier moved Miller over to third, Buffalo relief pitcher Mike Dalton was ordered to walk Rob Maurer and Steve Balboni intentionally. Bison manager Mark Bombard turned to his ace Blas Minor to face Ray Stevens, hoping to get a double play. But that move backfired.
0-2 to Ray Stevens for Blas Minor. Swung on, hit to the outfield. Not that deep. Right fielder catches it. Here comes the runner from third, Miller. He scores! The 89ers win it 9-8 over Buffalo.
With the sacrifice fly, Oklahoma City had pulled out Game 1, and they looked forward to Game 2 the next night.
Yeah, I knew it had a good chance, but I've hit balls in the past to right center here, and things don't go out too well at right center. So I knew it had a chance, and I knew it was probably going to be off the wall at least whenever he turned around and actually went between the scoreboard and the fence. So.
When I hit it, I was glad I got it in the air because the infield was in, and I was just hoping it was deep enough. I had confidence I was going to be able to do the job, but the guy normally threw a lot of fork balls, and he was sticking with his fastball, and I just happened to get a piece of one, and this wind drifted out here, and Keith Miller made a great slide.
It's been a great year. You know, we've done it all year. We've come back, and it's been different guys every time, and I think this is going to be a fun series. They have a good ball club. They have a good hitting team. They have a good lineup, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's probably going to be a lot of runs scored.
The second game of the championship series would turn out to be another thriller. Newcomer Hector Fajardo, with just one early September start for the 89ers, would try to put the team up 2-0. As they did the night before, the Bisons would be the first team to get on the scoreboard, as a leadoff walk and a 2-out error would give the Bisons a first-inning run. A double play would keep the Bisons silent in the second, but when Al Martin tripled and scored on a sacrifice fly, the Bisons still had a 2-0 lead. The 89ers cut the lead to 2-1 in the fifth as Chuck Jackson doubled and Keith Miller singled. Buffalo seemed to have the game in hand after building up a 4-1 lead going to the bottom of the 9th, but again they couldn't keep the lid on the 89ers. Stevens' leadoff double and Chuck Jackson's single gave the faithful some hope. Jim Presley trimmed the Bison lead to 4-2 with a sacrifice fly. After Kevin Belcher struck out against Blas Minor, Steve Balboni, who was sitting out the game with a knee injury, came to the plate and with 2 outs got one of the biggest home runs in 89er history.
Minor ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Balboni swings, drives it deep to left field. That ball is going way back. That baby is going to be gone. This game is tied at 4.
With the score tied in the 10th inning, Greg Tubbs gave Buffalo the lead with a solid single to right field, making the score 5-4. With their backs to the wall again, the 89ers got some help from Buffalo. A throwing error by the normally reliable third baseman Kevin Young on Dan Peltier's grounder put the tying run on with 1 out. Russ McGinnis delivered to tie the game again.
McGinnis, the batter. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Smash up the middle, base hit. Peltier will score. This game is retied at 5.
With the game tied at 5 going into the 11th, Wayne Rosenthal shut down the Bisons 1-2-3. Then he watched with everyone else in Oklahoma City as Keith Miller wins the game. It was so exciting, we'll let you enjoy it twice.
Hi, I'm Bill Teegins. First of all, you're not missing any programming. We'll be back to Jeopardy in just a moment. We're trying to update you on that 89er Buffalo game. This is Game 2 of the American Association Championship Series. Let's go out to Rich Lenz now at All Sports Stadium. Rich?
Thank you very much, Bill. We are in the bottom of the 11th. Let's go ahead and take a look at the action. We've got Keith Miller at the plate. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th. There's nobody on base, so it's going to take a solo home run right now to win it for the 89ers. And that's a deep drive. It's heading back. It's way back. It's at the wall. It is out of here. Do you believe in miracles? You have seen it live. Keith Miller, a solo home run in the bottom of the 11th inning, and the 89ers have beaten the Bisons. They lead this championship series 2-0. Magic moments here at All Sports Stadium. You saw it, not tape. That was live, folks. Solo home run, 2 outs, bottom of the 11th. 89ers win it by a final score of 6-5.
Keith Miller hits it deep to right field. Goodbye! Keith Miller has hit a home run. Keith Miller has done it. Keith Miller, give me 5. Yes! Keith Miller has hit a home run. 89ers won.
Up 2-0, the 89ers were halfway to their goal of winning the American Association Championship. The fans of Oklahoma City baseball could smell a championship on the horizon, and an all-time franchise record of 18,743 poured in to see if the 89ers could take another step towards a league title. For the 3rd straight game, the Bisons were the team to score first. And for the 3rd straight game, the 89ers answered the bell. Keith Miller doubled to start the bottom of the 1st and scored on a double play ball by Russ McGinnis to tie the game at 1. A 1-out double by second baseman Joe Renfield would be followed by a Greg Tubbs single to put the Bisons in front 2-1. The 89ers responded in the bottom of the 5th with a 2-out single by Russ McGinnis. That single scored Keith Miller and tied the game again at 2. In the top of the 7th, the Bisons put 2 men on with 1 out, but promptly ran themselves out of a potentially big inning. With that double play, the 89ers seized the momentum and the game as well. In the 8th inning, when Ray Stevens came to the plate, he faced former 89er hurler Mark Pitkazik.
Grass sucks up every ground ball. It tries to get through it, but hits the grass portion.
Uh-oh. High drive to left. Martin going back. It's gone. Ray Stevens with his 2nd home run of the series. And the Niners, for the first time tonight, take the lead. It's 3-2. He got it. He drove it out.
That looked like a high breaking ball. Kazik's best pitch is his sinker. He throws a breaking ball. Looked like he got it up, and Stevens launched it to left center field.
That home run put Oklahoma City in front, and the 89ers quickly took control of the game. With 1 out, Jim Presley singled. Larry Hanlon knocked Pitkazik out of the game with another single. The Bisons brought in former 89er pitcher Darryl Ackerfels to stop the bleeding, but Oklahoma City was just getting started. Jim Wayowander greeted Ackerfels with another hit, and the 89ers added a 2-run single by Dan Peltier. A 2-run double by Ray Stevens would cap a 6-run 8th inning. John Barfield pitched a perfect 9th to give the 89ers an 8-2 win and put them 1 win from a championship.
The 89ers 89ers have won 8-2 and taken a 3-0 lead over Buffalo.
Pilot Field in downtown Buffalo would be the site for Game 4 of the championship series, and the 89ers would be facing a hostile Bison crowd. With 2 men on, Ray Stevens got his 7th base hit of the series and another RBI to cut the lead to 4-2 Buffalo.
Stevens 1 for 1 with a single. The 0-1 pitch, he swings, base hit, center field. He continues to be red hot. Scoring is Rob Mauer, and now it is 4-2. Ray Stevens with his 9th RBI of the series.
Bison hurler John Cerruti would walk Chuck Jackson to load the bases, and then forced in another run by walking Jim Presley to make it 4-3. Shortstop Larry Hanlon greeted reliever Eddie Dixon with an RBI single to make it a brand new ball game. Buffalo threatened to retake the lead in the 4th against reliever Gerald Alexander, who had come on to pitch for starting pitcher Cedric Shaw. The Bisons put 2 men on with nobody out, but after a strikeout, the 89er defense responded with a big play to keep the game tied.
Runners lead. The 3-2 pitch to Tubbs. Ground ball down to short. Hanlon's got it. Goes to Water. Back to Mauer. A double play. 6-4-3. They turn it.
With the game tied at 4 in the 5th, Ray Stevens was due to lead off the inning, and again he proved why he would be named series most valuable player.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Tied at 4-4. Stevens swings. First pitch. Drives it deep to left field. Down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. Home run. Off the top of the fence and out of here. A home run for Ray Stevens. He is still digging around second base, and now they just tell him he hit a home run. It is off the fence and up into the screen, and a home run for Stevens. He's done it again.
After that home run, the 89ers built up a 10-4 lead. And with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 9th, the 89ers were 1 out away from winning it all.
The runners lead. The count is 0-2. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Brian Dorsett. A ground ball left side down to Hanlon. He's got it. Goes to second, and Oklahoma City has done it. They charge the field, and handshakes all around, and hugs and everything else as Oklahoma City, for the first time ever, has won the American Association Championship. They won it in 1992.
My club did a great job. They're winners. They showed hard all year, and they just did what they wanted to do. They took the final hill to get the ring, so that's what it's all about.
From worst to first, that's special.
It's special for me. Yeah, it is.
How special? Talk about it.
My biggest thrill as a manager in 16 years. You can't beat that.
Tonight's the biggest thrill?
My biggest thrill.
I tell you, it's a good feeling. You know, we got a great bunch of guys. We worked hard all year. We weren't supposed to do anything, and to come in here and sweep the series is a great feeling.
Well, fellas, what happened to the dramatic wins? I mean, you guys come in here last 2 ball games and just blow it wide open.
Well, it's been like that all season long. It's nothing surprising. You know, we have a lot of terrific baseball players here. They're not just a bunch of kids that we put together like nothing. And they've been really pushing and pushing and pushing, and they got nothing but heart. And you see the results.
Jim, you've been here 4 last place finishes. Now you're champions. How's it feel?
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, I'm happy for Jeffrey, happy for the fans, happy for the players. And 21 years, it's the first championship team I've been involved with. It's a great feeling.
The Oklahoma City 89ers did it. They won the 1992 American Association Championship.
that.